Go.
No matter how strong the steel is in a sword blade, it will nick when struck against something equally hard like a tree trunk or a branch. There are other tools such as axes and machetes that are designed for that purpose. And finally, simply treating your edged weapons with respect and care will easily keep them looking brand new for many years to come. That's the congratulations. Some good tips there. I will definitely agree with that. Definitely in my past early teenage years when I was a real noob and weeb to swords, definitely took a few wall hangers, stainless steel blades, straight to a tree. It did not end up well. But anyhow, let's keep going there. We have this little pamphlet here. Let's open that up. Let's see, we have page 1 there. I'm not going to read all that. Some tips on unsheathing and sheathing. Have some more little picture of the sword there with a description on the individual parts and components, the anatomy of a sword, or at least the Japanese anatomy, that is. Recommended maintenance kit that you, of course, can purchase. Definitely recommend getting one of those, straight from Shinwa. Have assembly and disassembly instructions over here. And on the back, a little table of contents there, kind of, so to speak. More information on the names of the individual pieces of the sword. But now, let's get to the real reason we're here, which, of course, is the sword itself. I'm a big fan when they come wrapped, with their own case. Let's see if I can get that inside there. Set that down nice and easy. And we're going to pull this out. This blade is I'm going to say it's not a katana. There's no curve to it. No tanto edge, which are, to me, key components of a katana. However, there are other things such as the method of forging, of course, the folding. I don't believe this blade is forged. You see the sword still in the scabbard there. You can see it has a double point. This is a double-edged blade. I don't think it's folded. This is Damascus. See there the... I'm not sure the Japanese term, but I'm used to calling it a hilt or a handle. Has a nice little capped on pommel there. I don't know if you can see that. The design there. Down to the, I do know this one. This is called the Suba. I'm used to calling it a guard. I don't know if you can see the little dragon design there in the light. Very pretty stuff. It's the same on the other side. Let's go ahead and unsheath it. And here we are. Nice double-edged. Oh yeah, definitely sharp. I don't know if you can see how sharp it is. I don't know if you can get that in the light there to show you that Damascus pattern there. We have a nice fuller running through. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see that there? The coloration? Maybe up here. See that coloration there? There we go. That's the pattern. It says Damascus steel, handcrafted in China. On the other side, you got the Shinwa logo there. I don't know if you can see that. This blade is made with 1065 carbon steel. I like 1065, I can't complain. Tempered. I'm not really sure of the exact pattern weld that they use. So I not knocking Shinwa at all. I don't really have any way to prove if this is real Damascus. I don't know if maybe you can tell in the audience there, if you can tell by looking at it, if this is just an acid etch or real Damascus steel. But either way, very pretty. Big fan of the double-edged swords there. I had been looking for a while to get a nice, inexpensive, thin-bladed you know, broadsword like we got here. That's double-edged. You know, straight blade. Balance point right around here, which is similar to some broadswords, you know, especially earlier periods. Later periods, it gets more towards the handle. But this blade has a good purchase. I could definitely, you know, maneuver the point easy. Feel like I can get a good swing out of it. I don't know if you can hear it. Nice and sharp. So I really can't complain. I was expecting this to not be so impressive. I do wish it had more of a, you know, a cruciform cross guard, some actual quillions. But this will work, you know, better than nothing. Can't wait to go out and do some cuts and thrust with it. I'll do a more in-depth review on this one alone at another time. Let me know if you want to see that, as well as if you want to see some cuts with this blade in the comments below. Let's go on to the next one. And here we go, a Honshu box now. This is the moment we've been all waiting for. This was the main piece I've been looking forward to getting and receiving in. So I'm just going to set that down. Pop that bad boy open. This is a arming sword. Also comes with the same congratulations, care and storage, blade maintenance, sharpening the blade, and what not to do. Instructional, just as on the other blade. This one also comes with a little Honshu booklet there. Right on the front page, there's our guy. 1060 steel, sharper, stronger. See more at budk.com. Inside here we have a Honshu Spartan sword with a sheath. Right here. That's a nice little piece. Another looks like they call it the Boshin toothpick with sheath. Guess just a smaller version. And here we have the Seki Yuriti D2 folding knife. Kind of cool. On the back there, this is another line I was interested in checking out for myself. It's like a thin broadsword line. They also make a katana-esque blades in that shape with those handles. 1060 steel. They look pretty good. Curious to try those out sometime. Anyhow, let's go for the main one I got. This is modeled after an early medieval arming sword. This is a broadsword arming sword. I guess you could call it a bastard sword. I'm not the most savvy when it comes to the exact names or typologies of the swords. I'm familiar with the Okashots. Don't ask me which type this one is. Comes wrapped in a nice plastic there to keep it safe. I'm very fond of that. I like how well they take care of their blades for shipping. Anyways, back to the sword. From what I can tell, from what I learned, I'm pretty sure in the Middle Ages, people just called swords either way. Let's go ahead and pull that out. This one came free with a nice angled sword frog here, which is kind of cool. Big fan of the frogs, makes it easy to carry the weapons, of course, if that's your thing, if you wanted to carry them when you're doing your cuts, or maybe some LARPing, whatever. I don't know too many conventions that will allow you to bring a live steel blade, especially a bladed one, actual, you know, sharp bladed one. But anyhow, this is a nice piece. I'm a big fan of the sheath on this one. This blade ran me only $200. I really think you get a high quality for the money. Not only does it come with a nice sword sheath and frog, but the sheath is perfectly fitted. I can hold it upside down and it will not come out. You can't say that about most sheaths. A lot of sword sheaths that you get come as kind of a universal fit, and they just don't fit right. You know, they're there. Some of them don't even fully seal on the blade when you close it up, which, you know, as we know, can allow rust in, and we don't want that. This is just a beautiful piece. I like I mentioned in the beginning of my video, I'm a big fan of practicality. Tactical is kind of the new way to go. I guess you could kind of put that into the category. I feel that this sword is an arming sword everywhere except for the handle. We have this rubberized, almost pistol grip styled handle there with these little hex nut pegs put in there. Same thing on the pommel. There's a hex nut that goes in there to keep the pommel in there. So it's definitely a threaded pommel. I do normally prefer peened, welded, but this will work better than nothing. I think the one of the main pluses of having this type of construction versus welded or peened would be for maintenance, deconstruction and maintenance. It makes it much easier to take it apart, put it back together, and this is going to be a nice, rigid, sturdy build. Like I said, the only thing I feel about this blade that takes it out of the historic category is really this rubberized grip. Everything else that I could see looks pretty similar to a historical arming sword, or a bastard sword as you would call it. Let's go ahead and pop that blade out. It's a little secure in there, but you can get it out. And just hear that metal ring as I slide it out of there. There she is. It's just screaming to cut things and stab things. Either way, there we go. Let's show you there. We have our Honshu design. Let me turn that over. Little Honshu there. I don't know if you can see that. Showing that. Nice full 30-inch blade. Double-edged. Let's see here. Oh yeah, definitely sharp. I've seen some torture tests. I've seen a good torture test video done. This thing seems like it could take a fair beating. Definitely was able to handle water bottles. I seen a video where a guy was even striking a military helmet with this, and dented the helmet up, but no sort of deformation, scuffs, or rolling cracks or dents in the edge on this blade. So that was kind of what sealed my my want to buy it. There's a lot of nice cutting swords out there, a lot of high-end cutting swords. However, the only thing I don't really like about them is the cost. This one was $200, and I feel like it's going to be a decent cutter. It's got a great balance, nice and close to the hand there, if you could see that. Keeps the blade nice and nimble, to put it on either side. And you're good to go. Let's give it a nice swing. I don't know if you could hear that. But ready to go. Nice fuller. Going all the way through into the crossguard. I noticed that's a common problem with a lot of the reproductions, especially the lower end blades. You'll get a fuller and it'll start maybe around here, run up partially on the blade. This one goes all the way through into the guard on both sides. If you can see that, I'm a big fan of that. I mentioned similar to the other cutting blades that I just got. The dimensions on this sword is where I'm a really big fan. Nothing's too big. It looks all nice and proportional. Nice pommel. Nothing's too bulky, I should say. I really don't like when they come bulky. But we're ready to go. This is a 1065 carbon steel blade. Nice arming sword. This is one that I've been very eagerly awaiting. I've been looking at this sword for a few years now. Just hesitant to make the purchase, being the price tag on it. With a lot of my cutting blades, and people will probably say I'm crazy, but I try to keep my spending under $200 for swords. I've even, up until recently, I haven't even really had to break 130 on a single blade. And surprisingly enough, I have some very good quality pieces that I'm going to show. If you want to see some of those, go ahead and give me a like. Mention it in the comments. Let me know what you think. I do have 2 blades that I know that I spent over $200. One was my first katana that I ever purchased. This was a long time ago. Gonna say 65 folded blade. Very nice. I'll bring that one out and show it. Unfortunately, I was a kid when I bought it. Didn't keep the maintenance on it too well. But it is definitely one of the best cutters that I have so far. Not including the blades that I just brought out. Behind me is another one. This one I purchased online from Swords Axe. If you want to see a review on that one, we'll do that one. It's called the Zweihander. That one is also either 1065 or 1095 carbon steel, fully tanged, peen pommel. Pretty good blade. I spent around $300. That was a Christmas blade for myself years ago. So we'll do some reviews and bring those out too. But for the most part, I tried to keep the spending nice and inexpensive. I see so many options online. There's no way that all of them are pure garbage. If they're selling them, that means someone's buying them. That means someone likes them. So I just want to try to, see if there's anything we can pull out, any practical applications for some of these lower end blades. And that's what we're here to do on our channel. It's the Night Guy. Thank you for joining us.